Welcome to Live from the Southside, people. I go by the name of Truth Tella Young Skillz. That queen to my left, that is Sexy Fee.
Hey,
How you feeling today, Fee?
I'm feeling, great. It's like such a great adrenaline rush from everything that's been going on,
Yes.
the magic that has been happening.
You have a lot going on.
Yay!
I'm very proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Tell the people some of the stuff you got going on.
Well, I have a new track. It's called No Mo. It's on all streaming platforms. Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I also have a 5-minute workout video that you guys can do at home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no pressure, no stress. It's nothing to get you out there overboard. Mm-hmm. It's 5 minutes. Take your time to get your body sculpt back to how it used to, how you want it to.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's called Peak.
It's episodic. It's every week you shooting it.
Every week, yes. It's called Peak. So you guys come and tune in with Sexy Fee and watch Peak. Come on, actually do it.
Yes.
So I can help you. We can peak together, okay?
Yes. I love it. I'm so proud of all of the things you got going on. That is super dope. So like she said, check out her new episode. Download and stream her new single.
Yes,
support. It matters.
Come on, you guys.
Yes. So let's get into it. Let's get into what we're going to talk about today. And some of the things we're going to talk about today is, once again, this is like a Live from the Southside special edition. One of these days, we will have an official welcome back episode with the whole gang. Send your prayers up for Deuce as well.
Yes.
I'm not going to speak about his particular situation, but when he's ready, I would love for him to tell the world, what's been going on in his life. But until he does that himself, just send your prayers up for Deuce, Shout outs to Trooper, and we'll all get back in the swing of things as soon as all of the schedules align. People,
right.
Life is lifing.
Life has been lifing.
But everybody's, blessed. Everybody's up. So I really appreciate that. At least everybody's still here.
Right.
So today we're going to be talking about, I guess this would be like our part 3, because we had 2 good family episodes.
Right.
And before we start bringing in family members per se, and then start talking about some other stuff, let's talk a little bit more about us. And I want to ask you some things, because I know you've been through a lot of ups and downs and hurdles, but a lot of moving around as well, and all of the foster homes that you've been in.
Right.
And for some of the people who know you that are learning this information for the first time, break some of that down, like some of the places that you've been, and not only the places that you've been, how was the experience in that place while you were there?
Well, coming from my birth mother's home, we lived in Richmond, Virginia, Essex Village. She went off to work. I remember the day is clear. She went off to work, or she left. And then some Caucasian woman was knocking on the door, and my mom, stated before, she left, don't open the door for nobody. So someone's knocking at the door. I'm nosy. I took the chair to look through the peephole, and that's what I saw. So the lady left and she came back. I looked through the peephole and think again, she had 3 police officers with her. So I was scared, you know what I'm saying? So I ran back in the room, and the room was Xavier and Renee. So I got underneath the cover with them. They got in, they came in and they said, get a bag. They're going to take us away, this, that, and the other. So, and that's exactly what they did. I ended up with my first foster mom. There, I was confused, because I always asked, when are we going back home, with my birth mom? No one was trying to tell me what was going on.
Nobody was trying to tell you. So what did you do?
I was rebellious. I acted out. I didn't, I feel like I wasn't heard. So I just wanted to show instead, because if to me you didn't do one, maybe the other will work. Mm-hmm. So I was becoming rebellious, not listening, trying to go off on my own, be grown, not listening to rules, doing things as if rules didn't exist in that woman's household, being disrespectful at one point. When I got real disrespectful, and I told her that I was going to put my hands on her. And that was the last straw with her. Things got real intense and heated. So that's when I went off to her home, to a place, the YES shelter. And that's the Youth Emergency Shelter.
And how old were you at that time?
I think I was 12, going on 13 years old at that time. Entering foster care, I was 7 years old and I turned 8 going into foster care. So I stayed with my first foster mom for that length of time before I left her home and went to the youth emergency shelter.
And when you got to this shelter, what changed?
Well, I tried to have my attitude change. I was trying to understand what I did wrong because I wanted to go back with Xavier and Renee. You know, I was there for a while. I started to miss my brother and my sister. I would do anything, therapy, please take me back. I'll call, cry. Why am I still here? What did I do wrong? What can I do to come back? This, that, and the other. But it's like sometimes when you hurt people, it's no going back. It's no going back. And that is what I learned at that young age. Some scars don't heal. And when they heal, some never heal.
Yeah, some never actually heal. You know, that's always the bad part about burning bridges. And, you know, you learned it firsthand instead of being taught it, you know. But that's unfortunate. So how long were you at that youth facility?
I think I was there for maybe 4 months, 4 or 5 months before I was introduced into my next foster mother. And her name, that was my second foster mom. Her name was Paula. She was from New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay, Connecticut. Shout outs to Connecticut.
She was from New Haven, Connecticut.
I've been to Connecticut before. Yeah, I've been there. That's dope. I ain't been all over the world, but I've been to Connecticut. So.
There you go. Hey, I cut. There you go. So, you know, Connecticut.
All right. So how was that? Did you go out to Connecticut or no?
We took some trips when I was with her in her home. She introduced me to her family that was in Connecticut, showed me where she was from. So that was kind of cool. With my second foster mom, we did a lot of traveling with her because, you know, she was young. So she moved around and stuff like that, had a lot. With her, I learned how to do hair because she was a beautician. So I learned how to do tracks and braids, and
she sat you down and taught you all this stuff.
Oh, she surely did, because I guess at one point she got tired of doing my hair. Was like, do your own. You know what I'm saying? So she showed me how to use the stove with the hot iron, the Marcells. So a couple of little tracks I burnt until I learned how to take them out in enough time. So that's what I learned, a lot of that stuff with Paula.
Yeah, I seen those before when I was a kid. My mother used to do her hair. It's like a little mini oven or something. Yeah.
And it get hot in a mug. Don't ever touch that. Oh, my goodness. Christ. The Lord Jesus. Don't ever burn your scalp with the curling iron.
I couldn't imagine that.
With that hot grease. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Coming back from that's like a permanent bald spot.
Oh, that's like a permanent burn forever.
Yeah.
On your scalp.
Jesus Christ. So how long were you in that situation with her?
I think I stayed with Paula for 1 year.
Oh, that wasn't long at all.
For 1 year, yeah. I didn't stay really long in any of my foster homes. You know, I took my lessons and learned and moved on to the next one. I always didn't want to be too comfortable because it's like I always knew that I had a mother out there. And I never wanted to really comfortably call someone else mother to know what love was, because I felt like my love with my birth mother was incomplete.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to complete that with someone else. So again, when it got too comfortable, I got uncomfortable. So I rebelled and I act out. And I did stuff that was too much for her to even handle. So she released me off, and to the next home I went.
Yeah, that was so like your cycle, you know.
Yeah, that was my cycle through all my foster homes. Even down to my last foster home, which is the lady I'm in contact with now. You know, I did some things in her home, running away. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't trying to understand what love was. And when she showed me that love, it scared me because I didn't really know what love was. I was really never really taught how to love another human being and be comfortable with that. That love made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't know what to do with it. So I rebelled and I showed out and I act out. And I did a lot of things to these women that I shouldn't have done, even at a young age. You know, I've talked to my foster mom now about it, you know, and she understands. So I know you was going through some things, and it was just best for you to just come talk to me. But it's like a person like me who's hard-headed and stubborn.
Didn't want to do it.
I wasn't trying to hear that right now. I just wanted to run around. I wanted to run out in the streets. I wanted that adult lifestyle. I wanted that taste. Yeah. And once I had that taste, it was no going back to, coming home at 8 o'clock or coming with a curfew or staying after school. Yeah, I stay after school, but I don't be in the neighborhood. I don't belong. You know what I'm saying? So once you put on to that.
Before you got to your last foster home, with the lady that you keep in contact with now, and in between the young lady from Connecticut, were there any other stops in between there?
Oh yeah, it was plenty of other stops. After I went for my second, I went to my third, which was Ivera. She was a post office woman. She was real big on cleaning your body and flushing your soul out.
Okay.
She was real big on that.
Gotta flush your soul.
Not
only the toilet.
Yeah, she was not playing that. One day she set me up. That's a story I'll say for down the line. But she set me up one day with that cleaning yourself, flushing your body and stuff out. So I learned a lot of stuff like that. Inappropriate and appropriate things to eat. You know what I'm saying, with her. After her, it didn't work out. And I went off to my fourth foster mother, which was located out in King George County.
Yeah.
So I went all the way out there, King George County, with her and her family. It didn't work out because it was so many family members in that one household. It was like her son was living there with the girlfriend, and they just had a baby. She had a daughter that was my age and another little daughter, and her daughter stayed there with her daughter. You know what I'm saying? So it was too much going on for me.
6 people.
Yeah, and plus her. So it was a lot going on. And some days when me and the daughter, because we was the same age, we went to the same high school, when we didn't get along, her daughter would want to come, you know, and involve herself in. And I ain't trying to, you know, I'm not trying to play like that. You know what I'm saying? So
just extra drama for no reason.
For nothing. Like, it was just a misunderstanding. So with her, I try to learn how to be as one, you know, because that's something that I didn't have any. I was always by myself once I left my original home with my sisters and brothers. I've traveled so long by myself, I didn't know how to join in as a family whole, because that's not something that I had in any of my foster homes. It wasn't a mom and a dad. It was always a single mother or something like that. But this was a lot going on.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot. Like at least 6 or 7 people in the house. Like,
yeah, it was a lot going on. So they sat me down one night in the meeting and was like, well, do you want to stay here or go? And I was like, I think I want to go. So once I left her home, I went to my foster home, Andrea Stuckey, you know, the one that introduced me to modeling and stuff. So I really liked her. Then after her, I went to my foster mom, my last foster mom that I'm with now. So she was my 6th foster home.
Oh wow, that's 6. Yeah. 6 of them. Jesus
6,
Christ.
And then the group home, the youth, not other than the YES shelter, I went to another group home that was located on Broad Street. So the United Methodist Family Service is called UMFIS. So I went there for a periodic for a long amount of time, and I went there before, and then once I completed that program, I went to my foster mom, Andrea Stuckey, the one that introduced me into modeling. So yeah, so it's a journey, y'all. It's a lot.
6 foster homes and 2 agencies. That's 8 different places in a short span of
time between 8 and 18.
Yeah, that's a lot of moving around.
It's a lot, and a lot of therapy too. You know what I'm saying? So I had to have therapy, and therapy, it works if you work it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have different opinions on it, but I think therapy helped me a lot through my transitions of different homes and discovering who I was and why I was the way that I was and what's really bothering me. So once they start analyzing all that stuff and giving me solutions, I start evaluating these solutions and start putting them towards my life. And yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
Yeah, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Some people don't understand that you do have outlets, and if you're not shown what an outlet could be, then you just bottling up this frustration and don't really know what it is. You know,
right?
You're labeling it something that you're diagnosing, and you're just completely wrong about everything and just not knowing. So
yeah,
I'm glad that you took the time to actually not only get the help but work the system. Yeah, you know, a lot of people go get the help, they don't work the system, so it really don't do nothing, honestly.
Right,
you know,
it's useless if you know, like I said, it'll work if you work it.
So. And it's useless if you don't use it.
So. There you go.
Yeah.
This your girl, Sexy Fee, and join me with my 5-minute at home workout. Peak. Get up and get that body slender how we used to. No excuses. Don't forget, 5-minute workout. Peak with me, Sexy Fee. I'm not yelling no more. I'm simply talking. I'm not lending no more favors. You're walking. Been not listening.
it's good to see where you are right now. You know,
Right.
your level of positivity, maturity. You're raising two little queens. You know, you're doing an amazing job as a mother. So keep up that, and you know, yeah, and make sure that the pitfalls you went through, they don't. You got a great support system, you know. So I don't even see nothing happening at all. Nothing but
Right.
greatness, you know.
Yes,
So.
I'm so glad to have a great support system, which is something that I think I would have been better if I would at least had some type of family there.
Yeah.
Being out there by yourself, it gets to you.
Yeah.
It gets to you.
Me, on my end of the rainbow, it was the stellar opposite. You know, I grew up around a working environment full of just entrepreneurs, you know, legal, legit entrepreneurs who built themselves and their businesses up from the ground. My grandfather was the original maker of the big chair in Southeast Washington, D.C. You know, so everybody that passes that, my granddad made the real one, not the metal one that's there now. But it was like just seeing things like that. My mother ran a natural skincare holistic business, and she did African clothing as well, and went to various government buildings and set up shop there. And I was just being a part of it, witnessing it. You know, my father he dropped out in elementary school, so he definitely wasn't big on education, but he worked every single day. I never met a person who worked as hard as my father, you know, so that was a great model for me to see as just a young man, what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get up, you're supposed to work, you're supposed to pay the bills. I've always saw that. All the men in my family were stand-up men. That came around. It was like maybe later in life, you know, I found that, we do have bums, you know, but it's like outside of that, you know, the family that raised me, it was just nothing but solid people. And I really loved it. You know, I started working very young, and I didn't know it wasn't a thing. You know, I was, every weekend I work. It was like 7 years old when I started, and reupholstering furniture. So I can pretty much reupholster anything in your house, take it apart, put it back together, make it look better than what it is.
Okay.
And it's like those little blessings that I never understood will come in so much benefit later in life, you know?
Right.
And I didn't go through like the bouncing around thing. One thing that I really appreciated about my childhood, I can say, that I find unique, you know, especially like from hearing your story and just what all the other siblings have been through. Right. It's like, I really appreciate the stability that was granted, because I didn't know how important it was.
Right.
I remember a conversation that me and my mom had, and it was definitely like, I was probably about 22, maybe 21, been on my own for a while, doing my thing. Life is life, and you know, and I just asked her, like, why did you separate from dad? You know, because you guys been together my whole life, you know, and from my perspective, it seemed like you waited until I turned 18 and moved out, and then you got the divorce the same week I moved out. From my perspective, you know, so. And it's just so much you don't know, you know? So she sat me down. She explained to me, it was like, you know, honestly, we been separated in the sense of being together. We weren't there anymore for a very long time. But I appreciate this. She said it was so important for her to show me what Black love looks like that she refused to leave the marriage until she knew I was off and on my own.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, wow, so you just stuck it out, knowing you didn't want to be there, you know what I mean? Just so I can see, because I never saw him argue. And that's what really messed me up, because I couldn't understand. Like, you guys never argued. You never had a fight. Why would you leave? You know, and I was so kind of mad at her, because it really messed my dad up. It really messed him up. It fucked him up so bad, Like he never recovered. And I was kind of mad, and she really like flipped my switch, like you have to see the bigger picture, and and it was like, wow. So I'm once again grateful for those type of things, that stability, and me understanding later in life the sacrifices that were made to show me what stability looks like, because that example is crucial, because I feel like had she really stuck to her original plan, I don't know if I would have been raised the same, Right. So I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, Mom.
Yeah.
Rest her soul. I appreciate that.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
It took a while for me to know what a family even was. It took a while for me to figure out even who I was, because I moved around so much. But even with moving around, it's like I took a bit and piece of each person that sewn me together that made me who I am today. I just took those abilities and just super powered them up, you know what I'm saying, and turned into the butterfly that I am today.
Yes.
Family to me is very important. I don't play about my family. I don't play about any of my blood relatives, period, because of what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And we back together now, and it's like, I'd be damned if I see anything tear us back apart. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter what fight or what shield or sword I have to take to war. I'll do it for my family, because at the end of the day, what we went through, we're worth it. Like, we are the chosen ones, and we're all alive. We're all healthy. We have a story to tell. I love my family, and I encourage y'all to piece your family back together, even if you have to use some bubble gum.
I think it's important, especially like, because from my perspective, it's like I went my whole life without knowing, and then from about 17 to 18 knowing, and then from 18 until 20, late 20 something, searching, it's like that's 20 something years of missing memories, of missing interactions. And I'm grateful that we're making up for it in a major way, literally. The family's in the other room right now.
Yes, everybody's in there.
We could pull people in here now to do interviews, but I know they're not ready. Anything, we ain't talk about that ahead of time. But it's like we're always having get-togethers, and it's super, super important. Because one thing that I feel is dead, and maybe it's not in your family. It'd be dope if you could leave a comment. But family reunions, what happened to family reunions?
Right.
And maybe it's because of our situation, but I don't even hear about family reunions. Like,
me either.
2026, I haven't heard about a family reunion in so many years, So it's like, I like that we keep getting together, and I hope that as, the family grows, we get older, we all stay together, I have a dwelling that I feel like we all can come back to, it's a place that we all can just come back to, a safe space. And I hope that, as your little ones have little ones, it's gonna happen. I give it 10 years,
Oh no!
It's gonna happen. They growing so fast.
Maybe 30.
No, Lord, don't be in my shoes. And that's something I do want to talk about, maybe on another show. But I'll get back to this point, and then I'll bring that up. But I hope that we all stay together, because I would love for us to try to start doing family reunions somehow. Just like really thinking in the moment right now. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I don't even know what our family reunion would look like technically, outside of just the family that always gets together, but I'm pretty sure we could scrape up some other people.
Oh yeah, we go down there. Dad has like 800 family members down there.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying? They gang deep down there. It's like the Hayesworths is connected to them. It's a lot of them. Richmond, VA, it's like 80% our family members. Jesus.
All right, we gotta go down there like ASAP.
Yeah, ASAP.
That'd be dope. But yeah, one thing, the thought that I wanted to finish, I wanted on the next show, or maybe, some other time, I wanted to talk about two things. One is like, it's an international love question, right? Before we get into today's session, let me tell you a little bit about the track. The track is entitled 1,000 Hours. And this track is for all the motherfucking haters. No, I'm just joking. I like how Kevin Samuels put it. It's like, it's for my detractors, my naysayers, But it was my chance to show that I've put in my 1,000 hours, whether it be through in the booth, rap, versus.
This what happened when perfect planning me preparation. It's like they praying for my devastation. But fuck that, I gotta keep them waiting. Like slow traffic till they get impatient. I flew past them with no hesitation.
International love, what does that look like? Could you fall in love with someone international? That's from a different place, you know what I mean? And through the arguments with that person, could you still get back together? Like patch it up immediately like that. And then another thing I want to talk about is because I want to just see how many black males can relate. I'm single. I want to get a family started so bad, and I don't know where to find one. So it's like, it may be worded wrong, but it's not as easy as it just seems when you just don't want to go out and run and get the nearest broad you see pregnant. So it's like when you actually want something of substance and you want to build a platonic family, mother, father, child, dog, house, it seems like it's really hard, but I do want to talk about that on one of our later shows. You know what I mean? So we're going to can those topics just so y'all know that they coming. They coming real soon. And I want to say something real quick though, not to hog up all the time, but I have some things. I'm working on some stuff too. Kind of excited about it.
Big shout out,
man. I'm kind of excited. So I got my True Sessions episodes. It's pretty much a studio built show, and I'm breaking down each track because I produce a lot of the beats. Well, at this point, like all of the beats that I rap on, I make them. I record in my own studio. I engineer it. I mix it. I master it. I get it sounding radio perfect. Then I put it on platforms. I distribute it. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal. I can go on and on and on and on. Get it through YouTube. Get the ASCAP. I'm just naming these processes so people who don't know, they understand. These are some of the processes that you have to take to get your music to a point where you're seeing revenue from it. So I get all of these things in line, and I do it all in-house. And my sessions, my show, True Sessions, is me showing you a peek of the studio part of it. But soon I'll be expanding that show just to show you what else goes into not only completing a track, but completing the publishing for it, completing your registrations, making sure that you're protected, and you actually see some revenue from your material. That's very important because you can rap for the love of it, but after a while,
what you gonna do with it?
What you gonna, love don't pay the bills.
What you gonna do with it?
Love don't pay the bills unless that's how you pay the bills.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. It depends. But yeah, I'm excited about my True Sessions episode. I'm also, it's once again, that's episodic, so I'm dropping it periodically, twice, 3-4 times a month. You just gotta tune in. Untouchable Skillz YouTube. Might put a link in the description. I love when people say that. Always wanted to say that. Yeah, I'm put a link in the description. Yeah. But that's one thing I'm super proud of. Also, I have a sports show that's doing pretty well. It's called Live from the Field. It's hosted by the Home Team King. And I have a other podcast that's I'm rolling out as well. It's called The Winning Circle with the Home Team King and D'Angelo Entertainment. You guys could check that out every week as well. Another show is Peak. I'm very excited about Peak, this fitness show that's hosted by the one and only Sexy Fee. Making sure that is getting put out every week to you people to make sure you're getting in shape.
There you go.
and other than that, it's just the random studio sessions and the random calls for people wanting me to show up places and do certain things, visual and audio form. So if you need any visual or audio work, I'm definitely the person you need to get in contact with. And we can make your dreams come true. Truth Teller Network.
Hey.
Simple as that.
Yeah, and you wonder why you tired.
Yeah, I be tired.
All that stuff you be doing. Come on now.
Yeah, I be
Hustler
tired.
to the core.
Yeah, but I swear it feels like, the only way that I think that I'm going to get to a level where I'm actually satisfied with myself, because I just got to work harder. I feel like I kind of fucked up in the sense that my biggest dream was to be rich before my parents passed away.
Right.
I always said that was going to happen for me, and I totally fucked that up. You know what I mean? So I got a lot of making up to do. And honestly, 2026, it really opened my eyes up to just who who am I holding value to? You know, like I put so much value into the wrong people, and I've been doing it for so long blindly. Now I'm finally seeing things a lot clearer, and just in the last 4 to 5 months, things have took off in a way that I couldn't have imagined, with the love, the support, the new subscribers, the new viewers. Shout outs to you guys. You know, just the recognition, even behind the scenes. You know, people text me and write me these messages, and they know that I'm not one of those guys that's gonna put you on Front Street, so I'll never show it. You know what I mean? Unless somebody's out there rooting for me. I ain't about to tell you who rooting for me. You know, I just appreciate the love that people do show. Because you don't have to take the time out to send me no DM, to send me no message, to text message. You don't have to do none of that shit. So I really appreciate that. But I feel like me having my blinders on for so long, it was a waste of time. And, you know, now is the time where things are aligned, the stars are aligning. So it's like foot to the gas, you know. So if you out there, please pay attention to the people around you. You know, if they honestly do not add value, get them the fuck away from you. You know what I mean? Like, it's good, and I understand it's good to have friends, but how are you beneficial or you been official? You know what I mean? Like, which one are you to your friends? Are they fucking with you because you that nigga, they love you, they support you, they rooting for you? Or are they fucking with you because you do, you know what I mean? Like, without you, they wouldn't be doing shit. You know what I mean? So make sure you have everybody around you working, if that's how you are, or supporting or doing something. I appreciate all the people, you, my brothers, Troop, Deuce, everybody that's in the circle that's close and tight. I really appreciate the love from you guys. But, you know, there's a lot of people that, you know what I mean? That
ain't honest with it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I just can't, and I'm not here to name no names, you know what I mean? But if, you know, I don't answer your call, it is what it is. You know, it's not for you this year. You know, it's about business.
No more. That's what 2026 is. No more.
No more. You know, by Sexy Fee. No more.
No more.
Produced by Teller.
There you go.
You dig. And I ain't got nothing else to tell the people. What you got for them? That's it. Well, on that note, people, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support once again. You've been tuning into another wonderful episode of Live from the Southside, hosted by yours truly, Tella Young Skillz, and the one and only Sexy Fee. Make sure you download her track, No More, on all streaming platforms. If you type in Tella Young Skillz, anywhere you get music, you'll listen to some of my latest music. I'm doing music like every week, every 2 weeks, because I got a show that's about music, so I'm always releasing. But check out some of my new projects and what I'm working on currently, because I don't even know. It's
so much. Oh my goodness.
It's happening in real time. I don't even know. But yeah, I love for you guys to see me in the studio. I want you to check out and we about to end the show, I swear to God. I want you to check out Sexy Fee's True Session episode as well, because you can see her recording the track No More. And I think that's super dope. She's like in the booth, in her element. You know, you can really see what it looks like to record a hit single.
There you go.
I love it.
Yeah, y'all.
I love it. So, yeah, like we said, we out, people. I'm Tella Young Skillz. That's Sexy Fee. We see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Peace.